Alright, good morning. Welcome to Wednesday session here at the track. Acceleration focused day today. So we've got some sprints to do to start off. We got 2 sets, 30, 40, 50 meters, and then we've got 3 sets of 4 on the 20-meter sled sprint. So 12 total sprints this week versus last week I think we were at 9. So we're increasing the volume a little bit. Good news is I found a gym that I can train at this afternoon, so we'll be able to knock out that session later on. But today for the morning session, it's an acceleration focused day, so the warm-up is going to be more acceleration focused warm-up. We're going to do the wall drills, and then we're going to do the sprints, so the 30, 40, 50, and then I'm going to spike up for the sled sprints today. That's the beginning part of the warm-up. The wall drills going into those A series. So I do an A march, into an A skip, into an A switch, into an A triple switch. And the difference is, and those are just like a march, is you're walking, so it's march, march as you go. No skips or anything. The A skip, you put a little bounce into it. So it's kind of like bounce, down, bounce, down, bounce, down. Then when you do an A switch, you don't have 2 feet touch the ground at the same time at all. So you have one knee up and you're simply just trying to switch positions as fast as you can and bring the other knee up in that same spot and then back and forth, making that transition through. And then you do a triple switch. You just do 3 switches before you take like a short little bounce pause. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And you hold that other knee up for half a second or a little bit longer than what you normally would do during the switch. So those are those 3 drills there. I really like those, even though they're more focused on being upright, they still transition well to acceleration because you are driving that knee up and you're thinking about pulling that toe up which is the same kind of mechanics that you look for at the first steps of an acceleration. You're looking at driving that knee up, pulling that toe up, and then stepping that foot back behind you again. So similar motions for that. It's a good warm-up. Another thing I like to do in my warm-ups, which I'm gonna start adding in right now, little acceleration bursts, getting closer and closer to when I'm gonna start the workout. So I'll start off by doing some 3-step acceleration bursts. I'll do a couple more drills, and then I'll do some 5-step acceleration bursts, do a couple more drills, and then start prolonging that a little bit, and then we're gonna start off with the 30s, 40s, and 50s. All right, warm-up's done. Those accels felt good. Really like adding those in before I'm gonna do any kind of acceleration focused training for the day. So first up, we have 2 sets, 30, 40, 50 meter accelerations. We'll take 2-minute rest in between each accel, and then take 4-minute rest in between the sets. We're gonna follow that up with the sled sprints, 20 meters, 3 sets of 4, same thing, 2-minute rest in between each sprint, and then 4-minute rest in between each set. So the main difference between, like, when you're doing a 30-meter accel versus a 30-meter sprint is I'm not trying to get to 30 meters as fast as possible. I'm really trying to be hard and focused through the acceleration phase, which might be, you know, 20 meters, and then you slowly transition into a drive into 30. So what I'm focused on is keeping my head down and driving through 30 meters. When I do the 40 meter, I'm just trying to extend that a little bit more. I'm probably more upright right at the 30 meter, and I'm just gonna try to carry that momentum through. So like the effort on that is gonna be around 85% or so. I'm not gonna do a full 40 meter sprint. And then the 50 is the same thing, except for you're just trying to carry that momentum even longer. So you're probably gonna be about 90% effort on that. Focusing on that first 20 meters to just be perfect, and then carry that momentum through 30, 40, and 50 meters. So I'm not necessarily doing sprints right now. I'm just focused on that acceleration phase. I think the top end speed, at the 50, I'll probably be around 90%, just carrying that through. But that's gonna be the focus for these 30, 40, 50s. I'm gonna spike up, do a couple short bursts, and we're gonna get after it. Alright, so that's the morning session today. Finished up with the sled sprints. Feeling very good on those. So overall, very happy with this morning. Love the way things are feeling right now. Like I said before, I'm excited. Things are going really well. Training's going really well. I can't wait to get back on the track and be pushing sleds and training back at the OTC. So next up, we have the afternoon session. First up is going to be some snatch work, and then just have some light accessory stuff following that. So it's mainly just a snatch session today in the weight room. But we're going to be at a new gym because the other one I used to train at is now done. So next up will be the snatches and accessory work for the PM session. Alright, I'm done for the day. Heading back home right now. The new gym is not bad. It's a very small space. I feel like if they were to get like 5, maybe 6, 7 people in there, then that place would get super crowded very fast. But I think at the times that I'm going to be going there, I don't think there's going to be a lot of people in there trying to work out and take up a lot of room. So equipment wise, I have everything I'm going to need. The only thing that sucks is they don't have any of the like training plates like for actual weightlifting. They just have those thick black rubber ones. So today while I was doing the snatches, it just throws the timing off, because since they're so thick, more of the weight gets away from the center of the bar, and as you have more weight on the outside of the bar, then you have a different type of feel for like that whip at the extension and the initial pull off the ground. So I was doing snatches today. I had 4 doubles at 85%, which for me is right a little over 125, but today I was just doing it at 125. And it felt weird, like super weird. Just felt like as soon as I was extending, like the bar was just flopping over my head, and it was just kind of weird to kind of get that timing down with those larger plates. On the flip side of that, it also makes it easier. So like, let's say I'm going for a heavy clean, because that weight is going to be further away from the center of the bar, it's going to give me more of a whip, and I'm more likely to be able to get down underneath that bar and use that bounce to get out of the bottom. So I'll have to play around with those weights a little bit just to get used to it. But for today's session, what I had was 4 doubles at 85% on the snatch. Then I had 4 sets of the back raises, and then 4 sets of ab wheel rollouts and the tall kneeling barbell twists. So low volume overall on the strength session today. Most of the volume for today's work was done this morning. Felt good though. Tomorrow's gonna be a rest day, so I'm just gonna chill. Appreciate you guys watching the videos. Appreciate the support. If you have any questions, you have any comments, drop that down below. As always, the full workout will be in the description, and we'll be back at it Friday morning at the track.